Good afternoon, everybody. We started off Monday night with workshop, and the workshop was Chapter 4 of our Code of Ordinances, suggesting updates for the city attorney so that we can get all that corrected and modified and brought up to speed. That'll come back to us one more time for a final review before we approve that. That was one of our shortest workshops I think we've ever had. Lasted 38 minutes.
Wow.
So
that was a short one. Just so y'all know out there, Chapter 4 is our alcohol beverage chapter in our Code of Ordinances. So we're looking at making sure we're up to date on all those items.
And for those that don't know, we've passed the liquor sales in Watauga. So hopefully we'll have some revenue streaming in pretty soon from that.
Yes, sir.
We kicked off the city council meeting at 6:30. Under announcements, I think there were a couple, but the biggest one of significance was I mentioned the passing of Lisa Seja, who was on the P&Z and the WEDC. She did a lot for the community involved. She's a business owner in the city, and so she will be missed. Next item, we moved into presentations, Chief.
Yes, sir. And once again, my favorite part of the council meeting, I got to recognize some of our employees for milestone anniversaries. I also introduced our new HR director to council, Juliet Rodriguez, who started with us first part of December. She's fitting in well with the team here, and expect big things from her. But celebrating anniversaries, milestones, Jake Galindo celebrated 5 years. He's in the water service utility billing area of the city. And Trang Nguyen is celebrating 10 years of service with the city. She's one of our IT specialists. And they both do a great job. We're glad to have them. And though he's not an employee, I did mention that Judge Bass just crossed over 20 years of service as a contract employee with the city for our municipal court, being the judge. Really appreciate his work and his talent there on the bench.
And congratulations to all three of them. I've worked with all three of them here and there, and in particular Judge Bass. And, it's an asset to the city, and we're glad they're still with us. Then we skipped through the public comment, public testimony, moved into consent agenda. We had one item on the consent agenda that Councilman Taylor had requested to be moved to action items, and that was approval of the new city manager's contract. And I'm not going to go into detail with about all that, but Mr. Taylor had an issue, which he was more than entitled to with the contract. He voiced that, and we moved ahead with it. Then we moved into public hearings. I can't remember a time we had this many public hearings.
Well, that was a lot
at one time. First one was SUP, a specific use permit on a massage establishment. There was no citizens spoke on any of these, no. So I'll just zip through them real quick and say the second one was an Orange City Council, another SUP for
light manufacturing. I believe it was a trailer.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's it. You're correct.
Trailer lot.
And really none of them any significance. Racetrack for the liquor sales is probably the biggest one in there. And action items, this is probably the lowest number we've had on action items, and I can't tell you probably as long as I've been there. 4 items. The first one was actually 5 items because we moved one from consent. That was the city manager's contract that passed. The next one was a resolution for, and probably an important one, appointing or voting for the Tarrant Appraisal District and who we would like for a representative. And the council voted unanimously on that one. We get, just real quickly, 10 votes on that. Not a whole lot, but you pull that with the other cities and you can have some impact.
Right. And Mayor, I want to add too that the staff did a lot of work to research the possible selection of all the members that are running, candidates that are running for the TAD appraisal district. And we found that the member y'all voted for was very good in his last term there for transparency and implementing new programs for TAD to make it a better organization, which will help all the citizens.
Yep, I think it's a good selection. And I mentioned it. One of the things I really liked about him was he brought back prayer and the pledge to the meetings, which I think it should be in every public meeting.
Right.
Remind everybody of what a great country they live in, and a reminder. Okay, the next items were appointing myself and let's see, Mayor Pro Tem Neal. I appointed myself to a couple of vacancies from. I'm not having a good time today with names. Miss King, when she resigned from the council, she had some liaison appointments, and I put myself in to a couple of those, and Mayor Pro Tem Neal into the WEDC. I put myself in there just because the other council members already have those positions assigned to them. I didn't want to overload them. Really, that was it. It was short, sweet. I think we got a lot of positive things done in a short period of time. We adjourned that meeting at 7:40.
Which must be a record.
I believe it is. And then just one last thing. If things go as planned, this was your last council meeting.
That is correct.
And you mentioned during the meeting how appreciative you were of the council giving you the opportunity. And I'd like to take this time to tell you how appreciative we are that you stepped up and asked for that position. You took it, you ran with it. You and I have had several discussions over that, and I think you've done an outstanding job filling in. And on behalf of the council, I appreciate it very much. And again, commend you for stepping up to do that.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. And consequently, this is likely to be my last recap as well, unless, of course, you'd like to bring me on as a guest host in the future.
We could do that if I can't get any better with my memory there on some names. I may have to replace myself. But again, thank you. We appreciate everything you've done. I know it hadn't been easy, and we've learned quite a few things here in the last month and a half.
We have, and like I said in the meeting, the staff, directors and staff, really made it so much easier than it could have been because of the hard work that they do and the help that they gave me. So my appreciation goes out to the council for their trust in me and to the staff for really helping me along with this.
We do have a great staff. I'll tell you that. Okay, and with that, I guess that's it. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everyone.
Unless something happens, we'll see you next year.
There you go.
Thank you.